Hi, my name is Brynn.
Hi, my name is Sky. And today we're going to be talking about a drug called mescaline, what it is, where it comes from, and especially the risks that come with it.
First, the drug name is mescaline. Some other names usually heard for it are cactus, mesc, buttons, San Pedro, and sometimes mescal. These names usually come from the plant that it's found in.
Mescaline is also a hallucinogen, which makes you perceive reality differently. It can cause you to hear things and see things that aren't actually there, and time moves super fast or super slow and never normally or at the right time.
Mescaline has a long history. It comes from certain types of cacti, peyote, which grows in parts of Mexico and the United States. Native American groups have used this plant in religious ceremonies for hundreds of years. In those situations, it's used in a controlled environment for specific traditions. But today, some people use mescaline in a more negative way, which can be a lot more dangerous because it's not controlled in any way.
There are a few methods of how to use mescaline. Some people eat the cactus buttons off the peyote plant to feel something. Other people make it into drinks or put it into other liquids to make it taste better. You can also make it into a capsule or you can use it as a powder. No matter how it's used or when it's taken, the effects usually don't start for a while, like 1 to 2 hours. After that, it can last a really long time, like 8 to 12 hours or even longer.
Now let's talk about the short-term effects. Some people might experience hallucinations, feeling very emotional, and having trouble with telling what's real and what's not. Also, you can have nausea, throwing up a lot, sweating a lot, and an increased heart rate. Some people also experience anxiety or panic attacks. Some people, if it's really bad, might get extremely scared, paranoid, or even confused. And since the effects last so long, it will feel like it will never end.
The long-term effects of using mescaline can be the most dangerous parts about this drug. Mescaline can affect a person's mental health more than almost any other drug, and it can cause anxiety, depression, and other mental disorders. It can also trigger something in your brain or make conditions worse, which is called psychosis, which makes you perceive reality differently and never know really how you're feeling. People have reported they have flashbacks and ongoing changes of how they feel all the time, and once the drug wears off, they finally feel back to normal, which means the drug is causing them this pain and pressure.
So here are some signs to look for in case you think someone you know is using mescaline. They might be confused or disoriented, talking about seeing things that aren't there, and having strong mood swings. Or they might be showing physical symptoms like sweating, nausea, or dilated pupils. They might also seem very out of touch for what's going on around them. As for medical purposes, mescaline has no accepted medical purpose in the United States today.
Imagine a teenager going to a party and wanting to do drugs, so they find the drug mescaline because they want a cool or a fun experience and everyone else is doing it. So at first it might seem fun, doesn't really matter, and you're having a good time because the colors are getting brighter and patterns are moving across the walls. But it can turn in confusion and unsafe environment really fast. People say that they don't really know what's going on at the time, how they feel, and they don't really remember anything after the situation happens. You can't just stop it because it lasts up to 12 hours or even longer, so you're left in that state of confusion for a very long time and how it's affecting you.
Here are 2 additional facts about mescaline. First, mescaline is illegal in most cases in the United States except for religious purposes in the Native American Church. Also, the peyote cactus grows very slowly, so over-harvesting for drug use has actually made it harder to find and sell.
You can also get a lot of disorders from just using this drug and become very addictive very fast. And it's important to know that just because you want to do something or break a rule, it's not okay to try to risk your life for it.
Mescaline acts as a potent stimulant, and it can cause a sharp increase in heart rate, tachycardia, and elevate blood pressure. For individuals with underlying cardiac issues, this poses a risk for cardiovascular episodes. It can also cause hypothermia because the substance interferes with the body's ability to regulate body temperature, and it can also cause a loss of coordination.
That's it for this episode, and I hope that you understand what mescaline is and how it can be so risky and why being used as an addictive drug can be very dangerous.